that automatically. So one triggers the other. One is a condition of the other. They work in collaboration with one another. So the sun is out means it's daytime. One therefore draws the conclusion that the sun has come out. According to logic, these two conclusions, negative and positive, are definite together. In just the same way, the above verse says, if you love Allah, if the sun is out, if you love Allah, what happens? It is daytime. You must love Rasulullah. 100%. There's no separation. One goes with the other. If the sun is out, it means it's sunlight. If you love Allah, follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, if you do not follow him, now we're going and asking putting the condition there. If you love Allah, follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you do not follow him, it points to the conclusion that you do not love Allah. Allah Akbar, it's so powerful. If the sun is not out, that means it's dark. If the sun is not out, it's dark. It's simple. If you do not follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then you don't believe in Allah.
That's simple.
You don't love Allah, I should say.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Of course. If there's no God but Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger. They work in collaboration with one another. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts condition of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on your creed, that the condition is that you believe that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger of Allah, to believe that Allah is one too. You believe that Allah is one, then you have no choice but to believe that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger of Allah. One cannot exist without the other. You cannot say La ilaha illallah and not have Muhammad Rasulullah. We cannot say Muhammad Rasulullah and then either which way. They both work in collaboration with one another. So if you do not follow him, it points to the conclusion that you do not love Allah. So the level, this is where we come to this conclusion. The level in which we love Allah is measured in accordance to how much we follow Rasulullah. If a person loves Allah, then it entails following the practices of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is the beloved of Allah. It entails that. That entails that. That without that cannot exist. If a person loves Allah, it entails that the practices of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam should be followed. Yes, one who believes in Allah Almighty will certainly, not maybe, certainly obey Rasulullah. And if he does not, I'll just go again, then if he doesn't obey Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that means that he does not believe in Allah. Again, love, obey, believe. Again, all working together. You cannot obey something that you don't love. If you don't love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and understand him, you will not obey him anyway. And if you want to obey him, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the perfect example of how he wants to be obeyed. He wants you to be a human being. He wants you to live and to follow his sharia in the manner in which Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had been sent, because he was the example of how to live the Quran. As we know, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the walking, talking Quran. Walking, talking Quran. The Quran that we know in the book form is the written word of Allah. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the walking, talking form of Allah, and the universe is the art and the physical created form of that Quran that was written in the book form. The greater book is called the book of the universe. So they all collaborate with one another. And the most acceptable, I'll read this again. Yes, one who believes in Allah Almighty will certainly obey him. And the most acceptable, the most direct, the shortest among the ways of obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is without a doubt the way in which Allah's beloved sallallahu alayhi wasallam showed and the manner in which he followed.
That's the key. There is other ways.
Well, shortest and the most direct, most acceptable, most beautiful form is
It's
in
like
the
if
manner.
there's a king in the palace and he's inviting his subjects. He's got 1,000 subjects in the village just saying, come visit me. You know, those who want to visit me, who love me, come visit me. But the condition is come through the front door. So the other ones, they come to the front door, but some of them are scrambling in through the back door, through the windows. You see?
They end up coming inside, but it's not the...
Yeah,
Not the
because of the love, they come
There's
inside.
no guide.
Yeah, but the best way is through the front door. And that was the king's condition.
it's the most acceptable
See?
would be that.
Yeah. So that was the king's... If you want to come in, come through the front door.
That's right.
There is other entrances, there's other ways to get in,
That's right.
but that's the way to come in.
Quickest.
Yeah.
That's
Best.
well, that's his suggestion.
The most direct,
That's his-
shortest.
That's his order, to be honest.
Because there's a guide there.
Yeah, no,
So-
that's his order. It's not a. He says if you want to come in, come through the front door. That's a condition, isn't it a condition?
Yeah, he doesn't give the other, doesn't open the other doors, but he
Most
we take
acceptable,
them.
most direct, and the shortest among the ways
So in
of
effect, other people
obeying
are trying,
him.
and there's no discounting their love and this and that,
Right.
but they're causing chaos maybe, trying to get in. They're losing order.
Actually, by saying this, I just want to read something here before, which I actually passed. It's very important. He says, Imam Rabbani, Ahmed Farouqi, may Allah be pleased with him, said, while traversing the degrees in spiritual journeying, the different degrees of spiritual journeying, they're doing karamas, they're going into different realms, they're meeting angels and doing all these things, right? I saw the most brilliant, the most splendid, the most subtle and sound among all the levels of sainthood to be those who took the following of the practices of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as the basis of their way. Right? Look what it says here. Even the ordinary saint of the level appeared to be more splendid than the highest of the saints of the other levels. The smallest saint, but that was following the practice of Muhammad ﷺ, instead of making innovations of his own ways and on his own methods in which to elevate to the degrees of knowing Allah or loving Allah, he says, even the ordinary saint appeared to me to be the most brilliant and the most splendid, greater than the highest of the saints of their own ways. Yes, Imam Rabbani, the regenerator of the second millennium, may Allah be pleased with him, speaks the truth. One who takes the practice of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as his basis rises to the station of being the beloved of Allah, under the shadow of Allah's beloved Rasulullah. If you want to be loved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which Muhammad ﷺ was the beloved of Allah, then you could be the beloved of Allah under the shadow of the beloved of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Just for Johnny, because he's not here, he would have said this. So can we say that we can't have La ilaha illallah without Muhammad Rasulullah?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Not.
No
You
way.
cannot.
Okay. Is this
Absolutely.
what you would have
As
said?
true believers, as Muslims,
You can't have one without the other.
you
It's
cannot have
impossible.
one without the other.
It's
No
totally
way.
balanced, man.
So that's backing up that part, because we've spoken about this before.
You can't.
Because how would you know if there wasn't a guide at the museum telling you about the artist and how wonderful the art is? How would you know to love the artist? Yeah?
But the condition of Islam, as you just said, is if you are Islamic, this is the condition. It's Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is how you have to do it. This is Islam.
There is no other way.
We
Yeah.
wouldn't have known La ilaha illallah
If it was
without
Muhammad Rasulullah.
Muhammad Rasulullah.
But you know, a lot of people argue with us about this matter.
Yeah, well,
Because
what's
they're saying,
the
are
argument?
you saying that we wouldn't have Islam without Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? They're saying
Of course, it's right.
Yes,
that's the argument.
Yes, we are.
it's true. We wouldn't have Islam without the Prophet. Because we wouldn't know Allah without the Prophet. You know?
Not to say that it's a competition.
No.
It's not a competition, but
This is
The
ordained by
condition.
Allah in
Yeah.
that manner that He
Yeah.
wanted it that way anyway.